Today is a good day. I purchased my first ever Nintendo Switch for £50 on eBay. £50. I think that's actually a decent price considering these consoles still go for around about £300 brand new without any games. In today's video, we're going to look at the fault, which actually it doesn't turn on, and we're going to see if we can resolve it. I'm probably not going to be able to, so just a bit of a heads up, but it's the first time that I'm ever going to be taking apart a Nintendo Switch. I'm pretty nervous. I have no Joy-Cons, I don't have an original charger, etc. So it's pretty much just the base unit, but you have to get started somewhere. I have owned a Nintendo Switch before. I had it for about 3 months or so, and then I actually got rid of it because I didn't play it that often. I've watched quite a few videos from my mate my mate Vince, the Coder, Tronix Fix, Northridge Fix. I've seen all of these people repair switches, and I'm just really excited to dive into this one. Worst case scenario, which is probably around about 98% of the outcome, is going to be that I can't fix this Nintendo Switch, in which case I can just use it as a donor board. I've paid £50 for it, it's not that bad. And for the experience in trying to fix it, priceless, I think. I hope you enjoy this one. I have no idea what's going to happen. Let's go. Okay, so I will put the listing up on the screen. The Nintendo Switch itself was originally listed for £70, but I put in an offer for, I think I went to like £40 because it just says on the listing that the console is faulty and for parts only. The console will not power on or charge up. I have no idea what's wrong with the console. It could be something simple like the charging port needing replacement. There may be some other faults, but I can't turn it on to test. Cosmetically, it's in good condition. The rear has some light marks, as does the screen, but there are no chips or cracks. And the rear kickstand is missing. I think the offer that I put in for it was £40, and then the seller came back with 50 with £5 postage, and I was like, yeah, that's fine, let's do that. So here we are. I have a USB-C charging cable, so that's probably the first thing we're gonna try. You might have had a dodgy cable or something, but I'm really looking forward to this. Put in the comment section below as well, by the way, if you think that the price that I paid, £50, is reasonable for the console itself. Nice, and more bubble wrap. Oh my gosh, it's actually a Switch. For a second I thought I was gonna get ripped off, you know? I thought it wasn't gonna be a Switch, I thought it was gonna be like a ditch or something, you know? Okay, sweet, so I have a Nintendo Switch right here, which is awesome. But yeah, look, I mean, that screen looks in really good condition, in my opinion. There's no like the seller said, there's no big scratches, there's nothing. There's no Joy-Cons, obviously, or I don't know if, so the Joy-Cons just go straight into here? Or is it missing something? Maybe it's missing the rails, I don't know. Anyway, I have no idea, by the way. As you can tell, no experience with these consoles at all, other than owning one for about 3 months and playing it. Okay, this looks wicked. And yeah, there's no kickstand as described in the listing, which is fine. And supposedly it just doesn't turn on. First thing I'm going to do is just plug in the charging cable. One thing I've noticed as well, if somebody could let me know in the comments, this serial number here, like it starts here. It's supposed to start here, sorry, the groove as to where the serial number goes, but it's over by a lot. Is that because somebody's taken it off and put it on? You know? Or is it meant to be like that? Let's get a USB-C charging cable. Knowing my luck, I might put this in and it might just work. Now for some people, a lot of people, they'd be like, that's amazing. But for me, I'd like to try and get a video out of this. USB-C cable is in. Doesn't seem to be anything showing. I'm pretty sure that with Nintendo Switches, you're meant to get like the charging up here, the charging symbol up here, from what I can remember from having mine and watching other videos. So I'm just gonna try and spin it around the other way as well, because I see that can sometimes be quite a common issue. Nothing. Now what I've also just noticed when putting this cable in is that I believe the device has been opened, and the way I can tell with that is because down here we've got a screw missing. See this one here? I'm pretty sure there's meant to be a Phillips screw here. There's one here, not one here. So the actual charging port itself, how we looking? Doesn't look too bad. There is also no game and no micro SD card, sorry, in this device. Okay, and let's just try and, I know it sounds silly, but let's just try and turn it on, because you never know. You never know. All right, let me try and get this open. I feel like that's gonna be the next thing. I do wanna maybe just give that a clean with some IPA and see if that, but chances are, in my head, I'm thinking someone's already been in it. So the chances of me just cleaning that with some IPA and it working is gonna be very slim. So let's take it apart. All right, so from my understanding, we have some tri-wing screws around the edge. So I'm just gonna, so we have one here. Definitely feel like they've come out before. One up here, very loose as well, very loose. One down the bottom as well. And then we switch over to the Phillips, and we should have we should have two at the bottom, but we don't, we only have the one. The same for this one as well. Is this one the same size as the one at the bottom? Because it was ridiculously small. Yeah, okay. They're the same size, I'm assuming, though, those two. Okay, I don't think there's any more. There should be another one there, like I said, but that's the one from the top. Oh, the kickstand as well. So we have one here. And again, oh, that's tiny. So that one needs to say separate. So that's for the kickstand. Okay, so I'm hoping now, if I just zoom in a little bit more, I'm hoping that this just pulls off somehow. If not, then yeah, we've done something wrong. Do I need to take, I don't think I need to take the Joy-Con rails off, do I? I feel like I definitely need to remove these. So let's just do that real quick. So they're Phillips as well, so there's 5. Just having a look there whilst I was unscrewing, I don't think I need to, I think the middle one is the only one that I need to remove because that's what's holding it down, but I'll take them all out anyway. I think there's a ribbon cable as well attached to them. So I need to be super cautious and not like rip out these side bits and just hold them in place just to make sure. Oh yeah, it literally just comes straight off. I believe there's now more screws that we need to take off. And apparently the Switch is really well known for a good cooling solution. Okay, so that's all the screws removed. Do I just lift this off now? That was a bit of a click, but okay, that would do. And I think we have, yeah, so this is the old thermal paste. I say old. Could be quite new, I have no idea. I don't know how old this specific Switch is. Oh, I think I see a problem straight away, and I don't know if you guys have been able to spot that on camera as well, but I believe we have some sort of either battery leakage or water damage. See that? All the blue on the battery connector. Doesn't look great, hey? Now I'm just gonna have a look around the board and see if there's any other bits of damage. Water damage potentially. I mean, that is definitely, I mean, the sticker also indicates that there's water damage. So usually I believe that this is like a polka dot sort of pattern, very much like the Nintendo DS Lites that I've worked on previously. But I mean, yeah, that looks like water damage then because it's completely pink. And when it goes pink, it means water damage. So you also have, I'll show you as well, on the ribbon cable down there, you have some other water damage. I don't know if it's water damage or corrosion, it looks like water damage. And I also know from watching quite a few videos that the batteries on these devices are quite hard to remove because they are glued underneath. I'm just gonna disconnect the battery, which I know that we just need to pry up from here. And as you can see, there was a lot of like dust. So I'm gonna do what I know best, and that is to just take it apart and give it a good clean with some IPA. There we go. Oh, I don't know what that is. Oh, is that? That's not meant to be like that, is it? That's not meant to happen. Look at all this, guys. Is that water? Is that like liquid damage? Oh no, it's like, I don't know what this is. I have no idea. There doesn't seem to be. It's not really, like, this isn't that dirty. The fan isn't that dirty at all. There's no build up of dust or anything like that, as well as underneath the fan bit here. It's absolutely fine, spotless. Supposedly this now does just pull out. I'm gonna pull very, very slowly and carefully, just in case I've missed any screws or ribbon cables or anything. So I'm not gonna do this. Nice, okay. And here we have the motherboard. Okay, so there's instantly things that I can see on here that are damaged. So if we take a look at, as you can see there, lots of water. The charging port actually has quite a bit of water, I think, on it, as well as there is also a component here, or a couple of components here, should I say, that have damage on them around this area, which is just not great. That might be a better look for you guys, but yeah. I think maybe just a good clean, I don't know if it's gonna help, let's be honest. IPA has saved my life many a time, but I feel like this is one of those situations where it's not going to help. But regardless, we try, we fail, we learn, we try, we fail, we learn. It's as simple as that. And eventually we succeed, eventually. I mean, me just learning about all, you can see the state, look, everything's everywhere, but all the components with the screws are in the same place. So yeah, right, let's give it a quick clean with some IPA. I'm gonna reassemble and see if that has made a difference. What kind of monster would I be if I didn't remove this thermal paste and put some new thermal paste on? Okay, battery is getting connected now. We still have no power on the device. That's fine. Now I'm going to plug in the USB-C cable. Hopefully nothing happens where I damage myself. I damage myself. I don't think anyone's ever used those words. So yeah, unfortunately the clean, as we thought, hasn't really done anything. There definitely needs to be more testing done to the switch itself. This is just a standard USB-C cable. I'll plug it in the other way as well, just to see if we get anything, which we don't, which I'm fairly confident we all sort of knew anyway. The next thing that I want to do, the battery's disconnected. I had it in charge for a little bit and nothing came up on the screen. The next thing I want to do is just test around this IC to see if there's any shorts in any of the capacitors or components around it. I've got a very sneaky feeling that it's just the battery that's causing the issue. Let's just see, because if there are shorts, then we know that we've got some issues. But if there isn't any shorts, I've got a feeling it's just the battery that's gone kaput, but we'll see. So here we go. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Check around here now. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. They're all fine. There's 3 caps here, they're all fine. That one's fine. They're all fine. Okay, all of the capacitors and other components that I was able to measure around the IC are absolutely fine. Again, I have no idea what I'm talking about, so if this seems like absolute gibberish, you're correct. So there doesn't seem to be a fault with this IC as far as I'm aware, and this is supposedly one of the ones that I think breaks quite often. Now, another thing that I was looking for as well is to see if the battery was bulged, but it's not. So I'm just a little bit confused. Now, if I take the charger, now again, this is just a standard USB-C, it's not Nintendo official, so I don't know if this is gonna work. But if I place the charger in, the battery's disconnected, and I put this to DC 20 volts on the multimeter, and if I just have a look, I watched a video on this, so if I put black on here, and then red just on this one here, we get 5.08 volts. Now, because this isn't an official Nintendo charger, I don't know if, because I'm pretty sure it has like speed charging and it goes up to like 15 volts. Again, correct me in the comment section if I'm incorrect, which I probably am. But this should go up to 15 volts. Now it's stuck at 5.08 and it just holds on that. What I'm thinking is that this IC is not allowing it to propel to the faster charging of the 15 volts. Again, depending on if this cable is capable of that, which could then mean that it might be this chip. But what tells me that it's not that chip is that there's no shorts around it. So I feel like this IC here, which is M92T36, I think seems to be absolutely fine. I don't think the issue is there. I think the issue is potentially the battery itself not receiving anything, because there's so much corrosion on this battery. And what I'm scared of is actually taking this battery out. They explode. I mean, it's a lithium battery, right? So I'm very scared that this might actually, if I take this out, explode. And if I am going to take it out, I'm going to do it very cautiously, and I want to know 100% that is going to be the fix. So I feel like with this one, we might need to, there's a couple of things I'm going to do. I need to purchase some Joy-Cons, and I also need to purchase an official Nintendo charger, because I mean, there's voltage going through it, so it shows that the board is getting some sort of power, which is good in my opinion. But I also want to make sure that I do have a correct charger. I don't know if there's something that you guys could maybe recommend. Am I being a little bit silly by thinking that I need the Nintendo Switch official charger? I'm pretty sure that it doesn't matter, but just to be safe and for my peace of mind, it might be more beneficial for me to purchase one. I wonder if I can check to see how much voltage is going from... I can see if the voltage is going to the actual battery itself now. Okay, I don't know if this is right to do, but I mean, I'm trying to go to the actual battery connector itself. It doesn't seem to pick anything up at all. Black's on ground. but it doesn't seem to be getting anything. I don't know if that's me doing this wrong. I've tried it on every single prong now as well, and it doesn't seem to be picking it up. But if I go back to charging port, we're on 5.08. So maybe this is, I don't know, does this disappear somewhere potentially? It's reaching the capacitors because the voltage is going through the capacitors. I don't know if this, again, is something that I should be doing, but it drops down there. So it shows that there is voltage around this area, but again, I feel like it's more so battery related more than anything. Sucks that we can't get it working, but this is what this channel's all about. We all learn together. If you do know what the issue is with this or what it might allude to from what you've seen me do, then please feel free to put that in the comment section below. I'm gonna have a look online at some videos that may show water damaged Nintendo Switches and just see if I can find any out there that might be able to help. Let's just put it back together. And there we go. It is all now back together, just a little bit of IP. I've got a little bit of thermal paste on the screen and I'm just gonna give it a little clean now. But yeah, Am I gutted? I'm a little bit upset, obviously, but again, I kind of knew, I went into this, purchasing this, thinking, I'm not gonna be able to fix it, but it's all part of the learning experience. So, I've had a little bit more of a think, and yes, I will be live streaming tomorrow, so around about 2 PM GMT, because A, I miss your faces and I haven't spoken to you guys in a while other than my Discord. Feel free to join that, link's in the description. But B, you guys are full of so much information. So if there is something that you spot and you think, oh, do you know what? No, it could be that, it could be this. Then yeah, we'll discuss it on the live stream tomorrow. The Switch itself is in good condition. I am half tempted to buy a Switch just so then I have working Joy-Cons. I know that everything works. I have the charger, the TV stuff. I'm very tempted to buy one. So in that way, at least I can test and compare stuff on that. Thank you guys so much for watching. It's been your boy Joey Does Tech, and I will see you tomorrow in the live stream. Remember to comment down below and hit that thumbs up button if you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next one or tomorrow. Peace.